And now,
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds of heavyweights. When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by David Haye.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Foreman's left landing well. Goes up top with the right hand. Scores up top with a left. And now a well-placed hook to the head. Brings the hook that time. A sharp jab by George Foreman. Teddy, I find it unrealistic that this guy's got much of a chance against this power puncher.
Hey, that doesn't make your Nostradamus there, Joe.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Halfway through round number one. Nice strike after catching one by David Haye. 1-2 jabs up top. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. Phenomenal pace being set here. They are burning it up early on.
Let's find out who's in better shape. We're going to see.
And now he's targeting upstairs. Well, he's sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. Foreman's showing that walking stick right now, utilizing the jab. So the early action here in this fight should reveal an edge. David Haye's got speed. He can move.
Well, they say speed kills. He better just be careful he doesn't have an accident. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
The round comes to an end. And for one fighter here, the fight may come to an end, Teddy, if something doesn't change real quick. I mean, you can just look at him and see that he's in rough shape.
Well, look, sometimes it's your responsibility as a cornerman, as a trainer, to come up with some advice technically how to change things. Sometimes it's about stopping a fight. Maybe the best thing right now is that corner has to start thinking about maybe enough is enough.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. David Haye's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. David Haye's nailed by a huge hook. He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. David Haye's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Fine looking right hand by David Haye. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Let's see some more head movement.
David Haye's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. He scores with the jab. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Keep your feet moving.
Little head hunting with the left. Good combination punch by David Haye right there, and that has his corner cheering him on. Well off the mark by David Haye. Right to the head with that right. A well-placed left hand up top. David Haye's right in the way of that hook to the head. And yet another big shot comes in. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? And we come to the end of the round. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. David Hayes' cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Got to be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. George Foreman's making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They are the ones that wind up landing.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by George Foreman. George Foreman's right hand working well that time. He scored well. David Hayes in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to go down. There it is! Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? It's over. This fight is over. George Foreman's bombs away worked again. Knockout victory for him. George Foreman's able to come up with a shocker here. Out of nowhere, early on, a knockout victory.
And does it.
Only thing you got is God out here in these streets. If you get down on your luck, you can stand out with a hand out, but nobody give a fuck out here in these streets. Every man is for himself. They ain't helping no one else. It's a hazard to your health, living life in these cold streets. Hey, who's worrying about you, hey, when you wildin' out, running around in these streets?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of heavyweight action. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner.
By way of Marshall, Big George Foreman. And his opponent across the ring. His professional record stands at 32 wins.
Well, they are underway, scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. George Foreman's ability to punch, to flat out put forth power, puts people in the seats. Early on, that's what they expect to see here.
And early on, sometimes too much of a good thing, guess what? It can be dangerous. It can backfire. If he lands a punch and it doesn't get rid of the guy, well, what else can he do? What happens then?
And just grabbing onto his opponent. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Smoking Joe with a big right. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. A freight train uppercut by Joe Frazier. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives the left. And he just holds on there.
Double jab, double jab.
Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. The way these two are going at it early on. They're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Two good jabs by George Foreman. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Here we go. Round two is underway. Good right hand.
Come on, kid, bust it.
Foreman lands a formidable left. What impact from that uppercut by Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier's the victim of a powerful hook. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. Oh, and they decide to trade there. That's a stinging right hand by George Foreman. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by George Foreman. Good effective work with that straight right hand. Nearly flooring him, the hook by George Foreman. Well-targeted 1-2 by Joe Frazier. George Foreman's jab lands well. You know, that jab is so basic, so simple, but as you can see, so very effective for him early on in this fight.
Yeah, well, he's telling his opponent, you're not coming onto my property. You know, I have a dog here, and this dog bites.
That's a solid right hand by George Foreman. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Good flush shot upstairs. Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. Frazier's got to deal with a cut cheek. Solid left hand to the head. And the round comes to an end. His opponent has to love what he's seeing opposite him right now. Frazier's eye is virtually shut, Teddy.
And what he has to do now is take advantage of that. He has to understand that he cannot see punches coming from that side. So you know what? Start throwing more of them from that side.
Back and forth exchange. Frazier's on the bad end of a flush, solid hook. Look at that. The hook came home with ease. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Frazier's in bad shape. Now, Frazier will take all night long, but that ref is giving it a look.
Well, this is where the strength of Frazier becomes his weakness. He always wants to fight. Now he has to do the opposite. He's got to survive.
Well-targeted left hand by George Foreman. Foreman's putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter, and the jab tonight has set up.
The ref is stopping the fight. The swelling just much too much. That's it. TKO, technical knockout.
Again, it's like deja vu. Everyone looking at me, trying to work out if I've been telling the truth. The courtroom's the same, but the jury's changed. And the judge is a she, not a he, still they all look the same to me, yeah. It's just like it was when I was here before. Except my ex ain't here, in the gallery showing me support. And that breaks my heart.
Ladies and
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds among heavyweights. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner.
By way of Marshall, Big George Foreman. His adversary, with a record of 41 wins, including 32 by way of knockout and 2 defeats, fighting out of West Ham, Lennox Lewis.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. Flush right hand to the head.
During your training career, is this the type of matchup that you liked when you had a power puncher facing another power puncher?
No, I hated it. I never wanted to fight a big banger. I wanted to be the only guy in that ring that brought that to the party.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. Foreman's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Lennox Lewis. And he digs in with the jab, cutting down the tree there.
Hey, let's go.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. George Foreman's putting a smile on his corner man's face right there and frustrating his opponent with that jab. George Foreman blocks that punch. Good job with another left hand. Rock'em sock'em robots right from the start here, Teddy.
No defense, just pure offense.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Foreman's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Good step back counter punch there.
Losing this fight.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Well placed, straight right hand.
Back to the center. Double up.
Lewis is smashed by a hook. Lewis is on the wrong end of a razor-sharp hook.
Keep doing what you're doing.
He missed with that headshot. They both decide to bring it. Lennox Lewis with a big right hand. Very precise double jab by George Foreman. Oh, what a devastating hook by George Foreman. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Good job protecting himself. There's another left hand from him. Blocks that belt line well. What a shot, the uppercut from Big George. George Foreman's feeling the effects now of that hook. Lewis's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Took a shot, now he gives a left. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. And we come to the end of round number 2. Foreman's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. George Foreman's not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man's fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Teddy, Lennox Lewis, one of the more cerebral heavyweight champions that we've seen, loves to play chess.
Yeah, you know, and that's been his strength, and also, quite honestly, a knock on him. He's not passionate enough for people, but it has served him in that ring where he's been very contained. He's understood where his strengths are.
Doubling up the jab by Lewis. Coming to the halfway point of this third round, Foreman's able to land a good, solid left hand. Scored well up top. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Lennox Lewis. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Lewis. Great work offensively, landing that combination by George Foreman. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. That was fucking amazing. I want another round like that. This is your fight, okay? You're in complete control of this fight.
As we start round number 4, not a lot separating these guys. Sometimes you can steal a round or two just by being the busier guy.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about those legendary stories the old-timers used to tell me about Rocky Marciano. You know, they used to say that he used to hit the guy's arms. You know, he wasn't scoring clean, but he was keeping his opponent from scoring back. And then later in the fight, he was disabling his opponent from coming back.
Double jab by George Foreman. Huge left from Big George. Foreman's strategy has been to control things on the outside, and the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
A stabbing right hand by George Foreman. Not able to land the headshot. How about that left hand? Good flush shot by George Foreman. Lennox Lewis with a big uppercut. Up top with the right hand. There's the hook.
Keep working the jab.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Double jab right to the face. Foreman's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Teddy, what advice would you be giving to this charge if you were training him, knowing he's coming off of a good, solid effort in that last round and likely is up in a close fight?
Well, you know, sometimes I'm not sure what to tell a guy, but I know what not to tell him. I wouldn't tell him he's up. I wouldn't tell him to let up. That's one thing for sure. I tell him, keep doing the same things you're doing. Stay right with him.
Lewis is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard. No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. 2 snapping jabs by George Foreman. Foreman's proving to be elusive. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Big George Foreman unloads a left hand. You can see him timing that double jab to the head. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? George Foreman is hurt, and the referee is taking a look at stopping this fight.
And what's really hurting George Foreman is after he throws his punches, his hands drop. They don't come straight back, and he's getting caught, but he's getting caught clean.
Targeting that midsection now with the combo. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Lennox Lewis's corner has to give him some advice here because that left hand has been scoring too consistently.
Exactly, Joe, and there's nothing else that he really has to worry about. Take that out of the equation, he'd be winning the fight.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. Able to land an uppercut. What a big shot from George Foreman. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. George Foreman's doing really well on the outside. Huge right hand from Lennox. Lewis is able to avoid that punch. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Lennox Lewis. Halfway through round 6. Lennox Lewis really loves throwing the jab, and you can see it here. Double jab by Lewis. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Foreman's left working well that time. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway, and then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room, and at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room, and you have a choice. You put your feet down and you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Solid right by Lennox Lewis. George Foreman's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Solid hook upstairs. Lewis's combination punching is working well here. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round. Get after them.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Foreman's right hand scores well. And clicks of the top. If that keeps up, this is going to be a good night. The right hand scored by Lennox Lewis. And that does it for this round.
Keep the jab pumping and throw the lead right hand, all right? You are winning this fight. He's almost done. You had him that round. You're in control.
Well, this is just a good, solid fight. Yes, he's leading on your scorecard here as we begin round number 8. But there has been some back and forth, some give and take.
His opponent has found some kinks in the armor, namely that right hand over the jab.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? George Foreman's not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man's fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
He comes back with the left hand again. Lennox Lewis has gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracks in it.
Yeah, it does, and the reason why it's getting cracks is because his opponent is confident that with those earmuffs on, you know, going into that peekaboo defense that he is, he knows he's handcuffed, so he's putting together 3, 4, 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worried something's going to come back.
Firing off the uppercuts, great exchange. Little double jab to the head. Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty.
1-2, 1-2.
Good work defensively by Lewis. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching.
Back to the body.
Carries the punch, puts one in there. And round 8 comes to an end. One of his eyes is completely shut. They want this fight to continue on. They want to give themselves every chance they have to win it. What do they need to do?
Well, what they need to do is be very calm in the corner, get pressure on that cut, get the right medicines in there, and maybe find a way to fool around in the corner somehow, dump some water, you know, in the corner where the referee has to spend a little bit more time cleaning it up. They want to get a little bit more seconds.
Blocking that punch. Very good defense by George Foreman. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. And now they're trading blows. Foreman's been having great success with these combinations, Teddy.
Well, there's a reason for it. He's using his jab to start it, and then he's letting the punches go, letting their hands follow.
Nice strike after catching one by Lennox Lewis. Halfway through this round here. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Lewis. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Committing to the body work with the double jab. George Foreman's punch didn't come close. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. This round comes to an end, and you can just see that he doesn't have much to him, not much energy there. I mean, how does a trainer fix that?
Well, first of all, you said a key word there. You said you can just see. Well, his opponent can see it, so he's not going to slow down. His opponent now is going to come out even faster. So if you're the trainer, the first thing you say is, hey, take a deep breath, get yourself together. Don't let this guy know you're tired. You're not tired.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. I think Lennox Lewis is seeing stars right now. Boy, be careful, Lennox. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Perfectly executed combination. Lennox Lewis is down. He's gonna have to beat the count.
Move! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So Lewis gets up to continue, but he does not look good.
Well, every fighter knows he's going to be in this situation where you're going to have to survive. It's the turn for Lewis to show he knows how.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Blocks the headshot. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Lewis. He gets off with a combination up top. Good way to protect the midsection. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Not precise at all by Lewis. We said it early on, stylistically with this matchup, hardly a chance that we would go to the judges' scorecards, but Teddy, that's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah, early on, you're right. It looked like it was going to be an explosion, but fizzled out a little bit. Here we are.
Foreman's performance tonight was exactly what he was looking for. And it's exactly what the judges reward. Good, solid effort, a unanimous decision.
It's a dog eat dogs and we cannibals for capital. The will to survive in the animal is natural. But the desire to rule in the pursuit of pure power is the path of the fool. We chase crowns till we laying face down. Our worldly possessions keep weighing us down. In rain clouds, I move like a quiet storm. No shroud, stand proud, why should I conform? Beyond the norm, I exceed the hype. Beyond all the in the stereotypes. Throw this in your stereo, this is my life. On a day so dark, you would swear it was night. Nice.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore. Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
No need to be on the inside.
Good double jab by George Foreman. To the head he goes with a left hand. Good fighting, snapping shot by George Foreman. So his opponent says, I'm going to fight him on the outside all night long. What should Big George be saying to himself?
Oh, he's going to be saying to himself that I'm not going to allow you to fight on the outside. When you fight George Foreman on the outside, you can't be on the end of his punches. You got to be all the way out. where you make him reach a little bit, or you have to give him angles on the outside. If I'm Foreman, I'm going to make sure that he's not allowed to do those things.
Doubles up the jab to the head. A huge right hand from Eddie Chambers. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Eddie Chambers. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
Eddie Chambers is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Fast Eddie Chambers, a fast and effective right hand. A battering hook by George Foreman.
Come on, kid, focus.
Effective work with that flush overhand right. 3 minutes gone by in this round. George Foreman's approach is to score from the outside. That's already shown itself early on here as he scored to his opponent's head. Scoring with the right hand by Eddie Chambers. Scores up top with a left. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Good job with the old 1-2 by Eddie Chambers. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Chambers. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon.
Circle him. Move. Oh, you need to block more.
George Foreman stunned by that shot. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
That is impressive stuff, both by the opponent and by Foreman just to withstand it and survive. Foreman's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Good double jab by George Foreman.
Punch and move. Punch and move.
End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
A solid, true uppercut by George Foreman. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Eddie Chambers is using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
Come on.
How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Oh, keep your feet moving. Relax.
Once again to the head. Right on the mark with the hook up top.
Double up your punches. Nice. Punch your way off the ropes.
Teddy, I've heard you say it a million times early on in a fight. If there's any one piece of good advice you can give, is start depositing it into that bank. Go to the body.
Yeah, because the interest comes later, and you're going to see the payoff in the late rounds.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman.
Uppercut.
Very nice work with the double jab up top.
Come on, kid, focus.
That hook, that was a left hand that came raining in on him. He does not look good right now. Expect him to clinch.
Nice work.
So as we start round 4, we reflect on the first 3, looking at Teddy's scorecard. Foreman's earned good marks, taking all 3 rounds.
Yeah, non-eventful some of the rounds. Not a lot to separate the two guys, but I think that his jab has carried the day.
Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Eddie Chambers is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through and some of them are watching them. They're getting through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing 1 or 2 at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
1-2.
Good flush shot upstairs. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by George Foreman. Now he ties up there. Still a lot of drama to be played out in this round. Eddie Chambers is in better shape than he was moments ago, though.
Yeah, physically, I agree with you. He's fine physically, but I got a report in camp about a week ago from some of my spies there that he got dropped in sparring. So mentally, I'm wondering right now if some ghosts to visit him a little bit. Memories from that.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Nice job doubling up the jab by George Foreman. And round 4 comes to an end. Eddie Chambers, his cut man, is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using illegal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
He comes with the straight right hand. Nice jabs there by Eddie Chambers. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. Gets rid of that effort. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. Big George Foreman. Oh, what an uppercut he just landed. Eddie Chambers' failure to protect himself from that left hand, it's become a big story now.
Yeah, and he has to understand why. He's not controlling distance. He's standing too close in front. Needs to adjust a little further out.
Halfway into round number 5 here. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Foreman crushes home a left. Scored well up top. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Final minute of this round that has been nothing but 2 straight minutes of non-stop fury.
Fasten your seatbelt. More turbulence ahead.
Head moving.
Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by George Foreman. That's where he wants his man opposite him, right against the ropes.
No need to be on the inside.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. 10 seconds to go in this round. And round 5 comes to an end. It's just a brutal display in there right now, Teddy, and it's painted on both guys' faces.
And the one with the advantage, this is going to sound funny in this kind of brutal war that we're watching here, but the guy who lays back a little bit now lets the other guy take the chances and takes advantage of those chances. Under these kind of conditions where you can barely see what's coming, believe it or not, the guy that gives in that way, that's smart that way, he's going to have the advantage.
Eddie Chambers is able to land a nice, clean left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. Well-targeted double jab by George Foreman. Foreman's favorite punch is the jab, and tonight he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Eddie Chambers is out of gas a bit. He's tying up his opponent.
Yeah, well, you have to do that sometimes. Give him credit that he understands that he has to do that, and he's getting a little cooperation from his opponent.
He's committing to the work downstairs. He puts forth a right hand.
Go off the jab.
Eddie Chambers is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the sixth. You can see, oh, that big shot comes crashing home. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And round 6 comes to an end.
Good job in that.
60 seconds. That's all they get. Just 60 seconds to deal with the fact that their fighter has an eye that's completely shut.
That's all they need. I mean, that's their job. Now they got to show that they can perform under those conditions.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression? Oh, he gets hit by a left big shot, and he goes down again. Will he get up from this?
10.
It's over. The fight is over. Foreman's in prime form. Power surge here. Knockout winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout, your winner.
George Foreman's your winner by knockout. Now, I think he was headed towards a decision win anyways, but what a good way.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. George Foreman's ring walks have been known as circus spectaculars. But yet, with all that, to him, it's a moment of extreme attention. Morrison's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
In the blue corner, with a record of 76 triumphs, with 68 knockouts and 5 losses, by way of Marshall, Big George Foreman. And his opponent across the ring, with a record of 48 victories, including 42 knockouts and 3 losses, from Gravette, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round 1 is underway. Keeping him honest with the double jab up top. Morrison's tagged by that powerful hook, and he ties up on the inside.
Come on, kid.
Well, a lot of people were looking forward to this fight, and with very good reason. When you pit these two guys together, it should be a very good fight.
You don't have to look for either one of them. They are right there to be found, and our fans love that.
Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. Oh, what a shot upstairs.
He's going to have to grab on.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And now he's targeting upstairs. A solid left hand by George Foreman. You see him holding on. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by George Foreman. Did you see that? He goes down for the first time. Morrison's still in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open. Move your head when he comes to you, then you grab him.
Boy, sharp two-punch combination by George Foreman. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. End of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Now they got some work to do here. Their man was just dropped.
Yeah, the first thing is you put some cold water. You can't use that. You clear his head, and you tell him why he was dropped.
See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Morrison. Morrison's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So
what a shot. Big hook comes in. Look at this swarming attack. Morrison's taking a barrage of punches. He could go down.
Looks like my screen door on my back porch. I mean, the mosquitoes, there's so many of them, and there's little holes. Some are getting through.
Good combination to the body. Hooks to the head. Little head hunting with the left. Morrison's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Solid. And for the second time tonight, he goes down. Tommy Morrison's now getting back up off the canvas. Oh, that's a big hook right there. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Hits him in the mug with the right. A well-placed left hand up top. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. George Foreman brings the thunder with that hook.
Morrison's concern right now has to be the fact that this fight could be stopped if he's going to take more and more punishment like he just did in that last round.
Well, you're absolutely right, Joe, but I think his concern goes back a long time. The habits that he learned and didn't learn in the gym, because that's why he's getting caught with all these shots that have him in this position.
Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman. Oh, and there you go. Morrison's battered and beaten. I don't know that this fight's going to continue. He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Solid uppercut.
That's a solid hook by George Foreman. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand.
Foreman's fully committed to utilizing the jab.
Big shot there. And he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
The ref stops the fight. Morrison's unable to get up and continue on.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockout, your winner, Big George Foreman.
Wow. The theater of the unexpected. Who would have ever expected that? George Foreman's one single lightning bolt of a punch.
I'm an extraterrestrial. Came up at the fucking dirt like a vegetable. Found out what my cerebellum for. Ran up in the booth and told Montana press record. Little Patrick didn't catch a little leprechaun. Where my paracetamol, I done took the pain and then I turned it into pleasure. I bit rap instead of a bachelor.
Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for our main event. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division between George Foreman and Evander Holyfield. George Foreman's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face. Opening round scheduled for 10. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand.
What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world, to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well.
Foreman's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch.
More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. Oh, that's a good hook to the body. A little head hunting with the right. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Little head knocking with that right hand.
Foreman's left now getting into the mix.
Holyfield connects with a huge right hand. Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. George Foreman's getting back to basics, a good solid jab. Every fight takes on its own unique personality. And this fight looks like it's going to be a matching of wits, a technical display.
Yeah, if it was a chess match, it wouldn't be a lot of knights jumping over to castles. It'd be a lot of pawns moving forward very steadily.
An accurate left by George Foreman. Scores with the combo to the head. Foreman's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Oh, a good right hand by George Foreman. You see the accuracy now with that double jab up top. Evander Holyfield's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Evander Holyfield. No, his opponent got away from that uppercut. Evander Holyfield's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Two snapping jabs by George Foreman. Commits to the straight right. Final 60 seconds after 2 minutes of pure fury. Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Foreman's quickly taking control of this fight early on with one single weapon of choice, and that is the jab.
Yeah, the jab and the jab at the right time. He's catching his opponent every time he starts coming in before he can get started.
A very crisp combination by George Foreman. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
He missed that uppercut. Foreman's really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good solid jab. Takes one but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Foreman lands a formidable left. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Evander Holyfield. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. George Foreman's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's got it. Took a shot, now he gives a left. How about that exchange? Foreman scoring with that right hand. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. And what a clever combination by George Foreman. And that's the end of round 3. As we start round number 4, it's clear to see that it's his precise punching
that has earned him good grades on your scorecard, Teddy. With all that accuracy, clean, effective punching, he's up 3 rounds to zip.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if he went to medical school because he's been a surgeon tonight.
Foreman's landed a good, solid combination. Good, solid jab by George Foreman. George Foreman's left landing well.
Hey, keep your hands up.
And Evander lands the hook as he's done so many times. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Solid straight right hand. He snaps a jab. Holyfield's able to land a good, solid left hand. And now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching. Evander Holyfield is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. A well-placed uppercut by George Foreman. Foreman's absorbing a hook. Right back at him with a left hand. He has his target. He lands the straight right. George Foreman showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Foreman's punch stats numbers are impressive.
What are you waiting? You want this?
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Holyfield's so dangerous with that accuracy, a 2-punch combination landing. Good block by Evander Holyfield. Foreman's right hand scores well that time. Holyfield's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away, so as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Not much action as he just ties up.
In and out, let's move.
Trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Move out of there. Keep pushing.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Evander Holyfield. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Holyfield's not looking so solid on his feet. And he's clinching. That's a smart veteran move. Give yourself a break.
Yeah, to be a top fighter, to be a champion someday, you have to...
Big shot he just scored with. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
One, two, three, four, five.
Holyfield's back up on his feet. Let's see what he has now. Double jab upstairs. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Evander Holyfield. And that's the end of round 5. Holyfield's corner has quite a task in front of them now. Their fighter's eye swollen shut.
Right now, you have to come up with some strategy. Maybe he turns his stance around, where he leads now with the good eye. You know, right now the good eye is back a little bit where he can't pick up things. Maybe now he needs to change his position in the ring where at least his good eye is in front.
How about a return to center with the... Oh, a big shot. home for him. Oh, and he goes down again. The question is, can he rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Holyfield's able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside, clear your head.